Hey everyone, Smugsdiesel of Team Dusk here, bringing another list your way. I've always had a preference for cartoons over live action shows. I mean, when I was a kid, what would you have expected? There was a transitional period where I started giving live action shows a shot. You can thank Disney Channel for that. And so I watched quite a few, but they're still not my go-to, but I love them all the same. This time I'm counting down the top 10 intros from any live action shows I watched in the past. And I do mean any. I grade them on catchiness, nostalgia, and the overall feeling they gave me. The only rule is that there are no Power Rangers here. Seriously, that'll be a separate list later, but not now. It's just going to dominate the entire thing. So let's get to it. 10. Remember when I said there was a transitional period where I was slowly getting into live action from cartoons? Yeah, you should. It was just a few seconds ago. Well, a good way to grab me at that stage is to have an animated opening so I get the feel that I'm going to be in for cartoon antics. And so, we have Even Stevens. 9. You ever have a show where it feels like it was made for that year? Not sure how to describe it, but think of it as something where you felt that style was just another indicator of what was getting popular at the time. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have bothered watching the show if not for my interest in Miranda Cosgrove thanks to Drake and Josh. 8. Education is important. As a kid, I realized that, but I also tried to stay away from shows that beat me over the head with "learning is fun" monikers, and I instead went to shows that displayed things in ways that made it fun to learn. Get that Bill Nye junk out of here, I was a Beekman kid. 7. Look, when I said any live action show from my past, I do mean any. This show came out when kids were pretending that they were too old for this kind of stuff. It was always action shows they said they watched, and so I felt embarrassed that I kept sneaking a peek at this show. In the end, I don't regret doing so because it was so dang charming.
You'll meet Robbie with his rotten plan, and Spartacus saving the day. Stephanie is new in town, and soon she and Ziggy are friends. With Pixel, Stingy, and Trixie too, they're gonna have a blast together. Go, 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 get a lazy town. It's the start of a brand new day. Things are upside down here in Lazy Town. Adventure's just a moment away. 6.
You know, because I was such a cartoon person, this list is harder to make than I thought. Sure, I enjoyed a lot more shows, but these are about the intros. The ones that stick with me, the ones I'm fond of. The ones I think are catchy songs in their own right. To do these kind of lists, sometimes you gotta think out of the box. Now we're getting to the good stuff. These are things that I hum to myself on much more of a regular basis than a lot of the other things rolled up in my brain. And I watch anime for crying out loud. Anyways, back on topic. This is the top 5. 5. The thing about live action shows is that, obviously, they're meant to represent aspects of life, but freshened up for comedy or drama. I didn't like that because I thought life was boring and stressful. But the intro song to the show always gave me the comfy feel of, yeah, sometimes life doesn't go the way you want it to, but you'll get through it, one step at a time. Add that with some cartoon sections sprinkled in that I always waited for, and you have the first show that really made me give live action a chance.
4.
Oh, Disney Channel, how you shined. You were the only channel that had the perfect blend of funny live-action shows and funny cartoon shows. While I liked certain other cartoons better on other channels, Disney Channel was the only one I could tune into literally at any time, and I could probably find something I wanted to see. And unfortunately, I always came home from school at the point in time where this show either just ended or I just caught the final minutes of it. Such was the struggle of being a fan of Phil of the Future.
Something on the time machine had flown, so they ended up right here in our time zone. Now we fell of the future. Never knew in history just where he would land. Fell of the future. He's a 22nd century man. Fell of the future. He's a 22nd century man.
3.
You ever watch a show that you enjoyed as a kid, but as an adult you realize that it was extremely cynical, and so much better because of it? So many jokes are better now that you're older with a sense of sarcasm yourself. It's funny what sticks with you.
2.
If it's a live action show, you can bet high school is gonna be a huge part of it. In some cases, middle school. I often forget about middle school being a thing because I live in a country with a British education system, but this show always gave a sense of wonder to high school, whether it be the friends you make, the situations you get into, or even the aesthetic of the place itself. False advertising, let me tell you. I suppose it's my fault to partially buy into it, but I had to have a hope that it was at least going to be better than prep school. Either way, the show's opening is still awesome.
1.
Now some of you are probably thinking to yourself, what the heck could be number 1? Since I probably already listed 1 or maybe 2 of your favorites. And believe it or not, it's actually from a show I barely watched and you probably don't know it. The show didn't grab me since I wasn't majorly into teen drama without some big element of comedy or supernatural aspect to it. But dang, every time I came to this channel, I had to at least listen to the intro and then maybe I'd move on. The song's feel is a perfect representation of how TV was my escape from the terrible expectations of my school and parents at the time.
We changed the rules around. We've got a different sound. Tuned into the underground. 'Cause when it gets too much, you have no choice. Oh yeah, you gotta make some noise. Are you listening? Are you listening? Now we're on the air.
You're listening to Radio Free Roscoe.